So just let me open up a folder for your class, right? I will share notes with you on the WhatsApp group. Okay. So you need not worry about notes also. Correct. Mhm. Just a second. Huh? Everything will be there in your notes only. So you need not worry about the notes per se. Okay. So just opening AFM हो गया, ATX हो गया. Now we are having FM. FM June 2025. Mhm. We will solve a lot of questions in class. Okay. So you need not worry about how it will be, what it will be, right? Section A, B as well as C questions. Okay. So just let me. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So can we start? आ जाओ. ACCA F9 FM portion, right? Paper pattern we'll discuss first. What is the paper pattern like? The paper has three parts. What are the three parts? Section A, Section B, and Section C. I would request everyone to please write this down in your books, because later on students have a lot of doubt, because here what they do, they don't note this down and then problems happen, right? Section A, B, and C. Section A, I love to call it miscellaneous MCQs. So what happened? Just a second. Huh? Paper pattern. Anyone who wants to know all the 13 papers? Should I go through all the 13 paper once? Anyone who wants to know progression? Tell me. Ishan, Aarti, Tushar, anyone? Smriti?
No, sir.
Okay with it? Tell me. Okay. So, section A, section B, and section C. Correct. Section A, I love to call it miscellaneous MCQ section. Correct. Miscellaneous MCQ. 15 MCQs of 2 marks each. Right. So 30 marks here. Section B is case study based MCQs or case study based questions. There are 3 case studies, each having 5 MCQs. Correct. 3 case studies, 5 MCQs each. So we have 15 MCQs, but divided among 3 case studies, right? And you have 2 marks per. Sorry? Someone asked something? Bolo, bolo.
Oh, nice. She's putting real. Oh, you didn't apply, sorry.
Correct. 3 case studies into 5 MCQs. The recordings, Smriti, we will get in the evening, right? Probably try to do it in the night or maybe tomorrow morning, right? 11 a.m. tak I'll. What I'll do is I'll upload the recording and put it up in your group, right? That this is the recording of the first lecture. So 15 MCQs, 3 case studies, per case study 5 MCQ, 15 MCQ, 2 marks, 30 marks. Correct. Section C has 2 questions, right? 20 marks each. Correct. Generally, you will see in section C, it is not an objective type question, but a practical type question. Correct. So in that also, but you have 12 mark practical and 8 mark theory. It can be other way around also. Worst case scenario, correct? 8 marks practical, 12 mark theory. Has happened before, can happen in your exam as well. So while we are doing the syllabus, right? At that time, what I do generally is I make you write the theory in class only with hand, right? In your notes. It's comparatively easier to remember, is what I've understood over time. Correct? So 12 mark practical, 8 mark theory, that will happen. In worst case scenario, there can be 8 mark practical and 12 mark theory, right? See, at times even 16 and 4 has come up, or 15 and 5 has also. So I'm saying that any possibility of 16 is to 4 or 8 is to 12 can come up in exam. 16 and 4, right? Or 8 or 12, right? Minimum 8 to 10 marks of practical comes up in the exam for one question. I'm telling, right? For that one question, right? And here also, what is happening with the writing part today? Hmm. Have a look. 20 marks each. I told you what? Theory and practical. Arey babu. Wait. Can we do something else? Is the whiteboard visible to you? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So we wrote what? Section C. Section C में there are 2 parts, 20 marks each, right? Correct. In that, 8 can be practical, 12 can be theory. Maximum theory can be asked for 12 marks, minimum 4 and 16. Correct. That is how section C part will be there. Are you okay with it? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
एक सेकंड ना. Now is the screen visible? So now let's map out ACCA FM portion, correct? ACCA FM portion. Write this in your books. Most important part I am giving. What will be asked in section A, what will be asked in section B, will be written here, correct? You have basics of FM. In basics of FM, generally, you have FM functions. Second is FM environment. Third is ratio analysis. Correct. Then you have next part is investment appraisal. You have basics of investment appraisal. You have full-fledged NPV. Then you have asset replacement decisions. Asset replacement decisions. Then investment appraisal under uncertainty. After that, you have the portion of working capital management. 6 or 7 part, the whole portion is divided into. Correct. First is basics of working capital management. WCM is working capital management, right? Second is inventory management. Correct. Third is account receivable and account payable management. Fourth is cash and cash receivable management. Then you have third part as sources of capital. Sources of capital and cost of capital. Here you have 2 chapters, or those are only name of the 2 chapters, and one more you could add, dividend policy. These are the 3 parts of the portion of sources of capital, cost of capital, and dividend policy. Then you go into risk management. Next part is risk management. In risk management, you have 2 types of risk management. One is foreign exchange risk management. The other is interest rate risk management. Correct? Last but not the least is the part of business valuation. So these are the 6 parts of FM. Let me know once you have written it down. Everyone done? Now, most important part of your whole class is the next 5 minutes, right? Why? Because I'm going to tell you as per ACCA guideline and as per my understanding and my experience, what all get asked where. Okay? As per ACCA, section A is an open minefield. Section A and B can be asked from anywhere. ACCA has told so. Correct? Section C generally, right? Theory. ACCA says section C, practical and theory will come from here. But now my recommendation of things, okay? I would say section A can come from anywhere. You mean never, no one can control section A, right? It can appear from anywhere and can go any whichever way. No control you or me have on that section A part. This time around also a lot of theory question came in the section A part. But if you ask me from an examiner's point of view, right, from where section B will come, this is the area from where this is section B. Section B, this is my recommendation. One question will come from these 2 chapters or 3 chapters for that matter. 3 parts: foreign exchange risk management, interest rate risk management, and business valuation. At times, if you have or if you are lucky, these 3 chapters will only appear in section B. Section B case study, one of forex, one of interest rate risk, one of business valuation. But you need to have very good luck on that day. Pray to all the gods that you know. Okay. Then you will get what? Section B question from this directly. Cut, copy, paste. Right. At times I have seen students score 30 out of 13 section B if all the 3 questions come up. Right. There also there will be a mix of what? Solving as well as practical question. A very famous question in exam would be foreign exchange question, asking some forwards or futures or something, forwards or money market hedge or something. Correct. Section C, if you ask me, right, surely, obviously, whatever ACCA has given is correct. Section C. But I feel, right, section C theory, correct, 8 marks or 12 marks, whatever it is, can come from anywhere in the portion, right? But you will majorly find most questions being covered here. When I'm doing what? Section or chapters, I will tell you what is this important as or where it has been asked in the exam. Correct? Section A, my recommendation that it can come from anywhere. And most of I have seen, right? If you see the papers that are there before, right? जो पहले के पेपर्स है, correct? All the papers that are there, right? You will see most of my theory questions, which I give as last day revision questions, are there in exam. God knows what experience है क्या है, I don't know, but a lot of questions cut copy paste come from our book. ऐसा नहीं, it is there everywhere, but what is the upper hand, you have written that question in short some or the other way. So you just have to what, remember the points and write them, and that also conceptually you have to remember. Don't mug up things, correct? Mugging up won't help, right? So have a look. Are you okay with this? Tell me. This is section C, practical part. This is my recommendation. Okay, so this is how your section A, B and C is panned out. Anyone having any doubt here? Okay, have a look. Makes sense. Any doubt, query, tension, problem in this part? Sure. Now certain do's and don'ts for the class, correct? Certain basic information. Write down basic. The whole paper will be in dollars. Dollar is the currency that will be used. Maybe someone is having their first paper. You don't know this, correct? Dollar is the currency to be used. Only what? In forex, that is foreign exchange risk, where you deal with foreign currencies, correct? You may have other currencies as well, right? Exception is your forex chapter. Second, right? What do you call this? Tell me. $1,000. What do you call this? 10,000. Wait, I'm almost getting you there. What do you call this? What do you call this?
$100,000.
100,000. कोई तो बोला ही होगा $1,00,000. I'll throw you from the roof if you say $1,00,000. Okay. They don't know lakhs. Okay. Lakh is a word that has not yet gone out of India. Okay. So this is what? $100,000. What is this then? कितना? $1 million? Tell me. This is $1 million. $1 million. Okay with it? Then the most important part before even you start your FM class is understanding calculator. You can use two types of calculator in your exam, right? The two types of calculator are a normal calculator, right? And you can also use a scientific calculator. Now see here a lot of students ask me, sir, what we should use, normal calculator or what? Tell me. scientific calculator. Generally, I say whatever you are comfortable with. Okay. There are hardly 2 or 3 calculations in the whole syllabus. What am I saying? In the whole syllabus, hardly there are 2 or 3 calculations, right? Where you require scientific calculator, where your normal calci will give up. Correct? So you would require what? What? Tell me. A scientific calculator, right? If you ask me which scientific calculator you have to use, a lot of students ask me normal calculator, so whatever you want to use you can use, but ACCA has given certain guidelines. ACCA is very clear. It says simply that boss, understand, you cannot use calculators which have a printing feature. Okay, printing feature wala calculator will not be allowed. Also there is something called as a financial calculator. Correct? That is also something that is not allowed. Correct? This is my direct NPV and all that you can calculate, which is used for CFA. BA2 plus and BA2 calculator. They are called as BA2. If you don't know this, very good. Thank yourself. Okay. If you know all this, then there is tension because you have to avoid all that, right? No knowledge is good thing. Lot of knowledge is what? Bad thing. Correct? So calculator normally use, scientific use. A lot of people ask, sir, scientific if we want to buy, what to buy, right? I used to use a calculator which named FX-82MS. I'm not saying you use this only, but any FX wala range should work out. Sir, can we take 2 calculators in exam? A lot of you might have a genuine doubt. Can we take normal as well as, or can we use both calcs? Sir, for 98%, 2%, which you said 2 or 3 calculation where you require normal calc. Sir, we'll use normal calc. But when it comes to what? Tell me. Scientific, we want to use scientific only, right? So there are 2 options. You can do 2 things. If you are good with normal calculator, you carry only normal calculator to exam. For the calculations which require scientific calc, use exam screen calculator. Okay. Exam screen calculator you can use, right? That is a scientific calc. So you don't need to what carry the calculator. That is one option. Other option is you take normal calc as well as scientific calc to exam. But if you are giving a home based exam, that is okay. But if you are going to some center and giving the exam, not all centers allow 2 calculators. As per ACCA, there is no restriction on taking 2 you can take 10 calculators. As long as what? It is not a printing wala and not a financial calculator. But some centers I have seen are very rigid with their approach, right? They allow only 1 calculator, right? So in that case, always if you are using scientific calculator and are comfortable scientific, so no tension only, you take only scientific. But if you are good with normal, take the normal calculator and go to option 1, right? For scientific calculator, use the exam screen, correct? I hope calculator ka whatever. For normal calculator, if you want to see best is I think City 512 calculator, right? That is how it is. Naito whatever calculator you have, some Citizen or something of that sort will also work. City 510, 512, whatever it is. Good calculators to be used. Now you decide what you want to do from all the options I have given, right? No problem, tension, query, doubt. Arati, what do you say? Okay with it? Did you know all these things? Tell me. Or no? Tell me.
No, sir.
Now clear what you have to do in your
Yes,
mind?
sir.
What you are
Yeah,
comfortable with?
clear, sir.
Calculator are you comfortable with? Tell me. Normal or
Scientific one, sir.
scientific?
Scientific one, sir.
So scientific, so then no tension. Take that calculator only to exam. Okay. No tension at all. This done. Dollar, thousand, calculator. Now about the class. Correct. No need to write it. 6:30 class will start. Correct. Around 8 you will have a break. Correct. For 15 minutes. 8 to 8:15. Or I'll give you thoda sa early. Right. 1.5 hour क्या 1 hour 15 minutes. Right. Sometimes we can do 7:45. Sometimes we can do 7:45 से 8 के बीच में somewhere I will give you a break for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. After that, right, maybe, I'm not telling, maybe the class may be extended to 9:30 some days. So keep yourself mentally what prepared that it will go up to 9:30. Okay. Anyone having any problem? Tell me. Can I start? Anything else that I have to tell you? Calculator बोल दिया, timing बोल दिया, dollar बोल दिया. Hmm. Anything else remaining? Hmm. Hmm. In the whole class, okay, I don't have a calculator on my desk. Okay, so whatever calculations are to be done, you are going to be my lifeline, right? Expert help in calculations. Okay, so I will teach you also calculation calculator. There are a lot of shortcuts which I can teach you for normal calc. Okay, I will teach as the time goes on. Correct, but keep a calculator notebook. Invest in a good 400-page notebook. This guy here on your screen is going to trouble you a lot. Every day I will make you write minimum 7 to 10 pages, right? Abhi hi bol raha hu, don't get offended at all, right? There is no point getting offended because that is how I am, right? The whole FM syllabus will be in your book. Don't worry at all. Okay. Any problem, query, tension, doubt? Calculator. Here I'll write. If you want to buy scientific calculator, my recommendation, I use that calci FX82MS. Correct. Normal calci, you can do CT 512. I would request you not to use your mobile phone while you are in the class. Correct. If you are viewing your lecture on the mobile phone, correct, then avoid taking calls. Okay. हाँ मतलब I have to tell, no, I don't use my mobile phone for that 2.5 3 years. You also should not use. Okay. Electricity problem, right? Had to be on the first day only. Okay, just a second. Huh. I hope I am audible. Tell me, properly audible, right?
Yes,
Sure.
yes, sir.
So for a second, let me just keep the video camera off, right? Oh my god, pencil किधर गई रे बेटा? चलो, so you may not be able to see me. Okay. Hmm. So now let's do what? Tell me. Quickly, let's draw the diagram for the first. What will be the sequence of the class? That is also very important, right? So generally I start, right? So sequence, write down somewhere. Wait एक second. No electricity is fun, right? First day only. First class electricity gone. Good thing happening. Chalo. So, sequence. Write down somewhere sequence. Sequence of portion, right? First, I will do FM functions. I generally start with that, correct? Then I'll go to basic investment appraisal, correct? Then I'll go to full-fledged NPV, right? Then I'll go to, generally I go to asset replacement decision, correct? Then I go to, what do I go after this? Investment appraisal under uncertainty after this, correct? Investment appraisal under uncertainty, done. Then from here, where will I go? So your investment appraisal completely done. उसके बाद I will do working capital management basics. Then generally I go to working capital, account receivable and payable, right? Then I go to working capital inventory management. At times I interchange also these chapters depending on my mood, actually, right? Depending on my mood, either I will do inventory or either I will do account receivable or some or the other thing, correct? Then I do working capital management, cash and cash receivables, correct? So working capital done. Then generally I start with, इसके बाद I start with cost of capital, correct? Cost of capital. Then I go to risk management, forex, most important from section B point of view. Then risk management, interest rate risk, correct? Then I do business valuation, right? And then we have floater chapters. Floaters are what can be taken at any time, correct? That is your FM environment, dividend policy, right? Third is your ratio analysis. Fourth is क्या बचा है अभी? What is left? Ratio analysis, and sources of capital. Okay. Generally, class will go from Monday to Thursday or Friday, depending on how the portion is done as per the target. Okay. Friday you may or may not have a class, depending, right? I'll update you every Thursday whether Friday class is there or not, right? So these are the floater chapter, means these can be done anywhere in between. One day if we feel boring, we can go into one of the chapters, right? FM environment, dividend policy are pure theory chapters, right? FM function is pure theory chapter, right? Sources of capital is also a theory chapter. Sources of capital is also pure theory chapter. So theory chapter generally I keep as a floater chapters, but here sequence of the main chapter is fixed. These floater chapters can be done at any time, right? This is the sequence of the portion. Are you okay with it? Tell me. Any problem? Tell me. Tell me how many of you are going to give home-based exam or are planning to give home-based exam? Tell me. Anyone who's planned now only that they will give home-based exam? Tell me. Anyone? No, no. All center based exam? Tell me.
Yes.
Yes. Ishan, what do you say?
Yes, sir. Center based.
Center based. Okay. So great. Because then you have what? A piece of paper available with you, right? So whatever scribblings we do during what? Tell me. Solving questions can be easily what? Done by you as well. Correct? In the exam. Now what you have to do? Right now only I'm telling you a lot of students do it. Those students who do it have a very good score. I'll tell you what. Correct? One notebook. Correct? You have to invest for FM notes, correct? One small book of 200 page also you invest in, okay? Now let's say from wherever you are doing MCQs, okay? So let's say one topic is done in class. I tell you that let's say do study up say certain 10-15 questions, okay? So what you do in these FM practice notes, right? You write the heading like ACCA study hub question, correct? First question, second question, third question, whatever calculation or scribbling you need to do, you do it here. Write the answer A, B, whatever answer you want to choose, A, B, C or D, correct? Without seeing the answer, right? Solve all the questions. Once you are done, take a red or green color pen, right? Mark yourself, okay, this question is what? I thought A is the answer. A is only the answer, correct? And if your working is correct, then put a red tick here. But let's say here you wrote B, but D is the answer. Then cross it. Then say D is the answer. And also write the reason for D being the answer, correct? Also write the reason for what? Tell me. D being the answer. All that stuff you have to do, correct? Have a look. That is how you should manage your what? Tell me. Section A and B questions, right? So what this will do is, right, this will create an index for you. What it will do? It will create an index for you where it will what? Show how many questions you were able to do in the first try. Whatever you went wrong, right? While revising, go through all those questions once. So you won't have any problem, correct? Does that make sense? Tell me. So let's say you solve 300, 400 MCQs, correct? Out of which, what will happen? Tell me. You will have certain MCQs marked as important because you went wrong there at the first time. So you don't have to worry about it, correct? That is how you should prepare your FM practice notes, correct? So that is how FM practice notes will work out. Just a second. So that is how your FM practice notes will be prepared, right? Any problem here? Tell me. Can I go ahead? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So make both the notes ready. Okay, keep it ready. Some problem with the writing pad. You've written all the notes, no? No problem, no? Okay. Now let's go to what? Tell me. Theory nahi. Ratio analysis, what we do in ratio analysis is at the end, right? Ratio analysis, we do all the ratios in the whole syllabus. And whatever extra ratios are there in ratio analysis, we look at that part there, right? Hardly when we go final into ratio analysis, now 3 or 4 ratios are there, which we do at the end in chapter 19, right? Generally it is 18, 19 in most of the books, last chapter, right? That is how it is, okay? So Sure. Let's go ahead. You have written the sequence of the portion. Now let's go to your chapter or first part that is there, that is your FM functions. But before we go, right, let's talk a bit about FM, right? Now you have what, 6 or 7 parts of the syllabus. Have a look. Can we logically join, right, all the parts one to another? Tell me, can we join them, right? Yes, we can join them in one story, so you understand where you are logically in the whole syllabus. Okay, now let me ask you certain questions, right? Answer certain questions so we can what, tell me, go ahead. Now see, how do we join all the parts of the syllabus together, right? That is a question that I generally ask students. Okay, so now let's say we have two students here, Shreya and Preeti. Okay, S and P, right? They start a business. Any good business ideas? Tell me, what kind of business do you want to do? Tell me, Shreya, Preeti, tell me, any kind of business you have thought to do? Tell me, or you are going to do job only?
Clothing brand.
Clothing brand. Okay, Shreya is what? Shreya is saying what? Air purifier. Ah, you remember the example, kya? Air purifier, right? I generally give examples of 4 emerging businesses, right? Air purifier is one of them, right? Going ahead, abhi what Preeti said, right? Clothing. उसमें also new types of clothes are coming in. Stainless clothes. मालूम है क्या? Tell me. White stainless clothes or any type of clothes which do not what have or cannot be ruined by stains. ऐसा कोई बिजनेस हो सकता है क्या? Tell me. Sustainable what? Tell me. Now sustainability पे there is a lot of what? Emphasis given on sustainability, environmental, sustainable and governance, ESG, right? Your ESG has been given a lot of. Now see, you create something in that atmosphere where you say, sir, we have got clothes, stainless clothes, correct? Stain लगेगा ही नहीं सर कभी, right? And you can play as much in the ground as possible and just you wash the clothes with water, right? It will become like new again, right? So a very big business that we are planning, correct? So how do we do that? How do we go ahead with it, right? That is what we have to discuss, correct? So S&P says, sir, see, we have built a prototype, correct? And we have invested around 50 lakhs into the business, right? But now what is happening, sir? We have done R&D and we have prepared the product, correct? Now, sir, we want to set up a plant, right? We have 4 options. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, the plant can be set up in Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, right, or Hyderabad. All 4 areas are open. You say, sir, you become our financial manager. You are our FM teacher. Become our financial manager, right? And please guide us what to do, correct? Whether to go with Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, or Hyderabad. Then I say, how did you shortlist these 4 locations? You were like, sir, see, here in any city you go, we have a initial investment that can be done for 2 crore rupees, correct? Of 2 crore rupees, correct? And sir, if we go in Pune, no, this 2 crore investment, we will get 4 crores back. If we go in Mumbai, we will get 3.5 crores back. If we go in Bangalore, correct? So much traffic, sir, 3 crore we will get, correct? And in Hyderabad, we will get 3.75 crores, right? Logically speaking, I did all the calculation for them, 4 crore, 3.5 crores. Tell me, which project will you go ahead, or which city would you want to set up the project? Tell me. Which city? Where are you getting the maximum returns? Tell me.
Pune, sir.
Pune, right? So you will set up a plant in what? Tell me. Pune, right? You will go ahead and do what? What do you say, Ishan? Tell me. What do you
Yes,
think?
sir. Pune.
Pune. This is what you are doing, sir. This much invested, this much return. Nothing but investment appraisal. What you are doing? Tell me. Investment appraisal, right? You are trying to get the investment appraisal done, right? You're trying to find out which is the best option available for you, right? And this 4 crore is nothing but the return that you get from the project. This could be called as your NPV. Some or the other where you must have heard the word what? NPV, net present value. Have you heard the word net present value? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Or this is net present value 4 crore, 3.5 crore, 3 crores, and 3.75 crores. Are you okay with it? Tell me. This is how things work out in a what? Investment appraisal. Correct? Yeah. So, we had what? Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, right, and Hyderabad. Correct? 2 को 4 crore, 2 crores को 3.5, 2 का 3, and 2 का 3.75 crores. So you said, sir, what you do? Go to Pune, right? So I said that, boss, see, as a decision, you have the maximum NPV where? Tell me, in Pune. So you go ahead with which project? Pune project. This is the NPV that is there, right? Okay, have a look. Makes sense, right? Now you decided you want to go in Pune. But how much is the initial investment everywhere? Tell me. 2 crore everywhere. You have only how much with you? Tell me. 50 lakhs.
50 lakhs only.
Correct? 50 lakhs only. So from where will you what? Tell me. Get the remaining amount. Tell me. If your project is so good and has very good what? Tell me. Reach and very good what? Tell me. Options are very good. Innovativeness. Then can you go to a bank or an investor and ask for a loan from them for remaining what? 1.5 CR? Correct? Can you ask for a loan? Why not?
Yes.
So if you look at the balance sheet, correct, of S&P, what will it show? Equity share capital. That is, they both owning how much? 50 lakh they bought into the business. Correct? Then you have debt of how much? 1.50 or 150 lakhs. Correct? Now, the other decision, first decision that you took what? Where to go? Correct? Right? Where to go, sir? Right? Sir, whether to go to Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad. Then you came to a decision. You asked me, sir, we have only 50 lakhs. Where to take the or where to borrow the remaining 150 lakhs from? That is from what? Bank. Correct or not? Then you're like, sir, now 2 crore rupees are there in our pocket. Sir, how much to invest in non-current asset and how much to invest in current asset? How much to invest in? I'm like, अरे sir, 150 lakh का तो machine only will be there. Correct? Machine only will be what? 1.5 CR. Remaining you can invest into working capital management, right? Or working capital that is there. Nothing but your current asset and current liabilities. Difference between current asset and current liabilities is nothing but the working capital. Tell me, only with machine can you start your business, or do you also require day to day money or money for day to day working? Tell me. What do you think? Only machines you can start working, or you require raw material, you require labor, you require all other things also? Tell me. Everything else is also that much important, correct? So don't be too much what? Tell me in a hurry. Sir, only machine se kaam or the work will start, right? It will take current asset as well as, so you have to invest certain money, right, in your current assets or in your day to day business. That is the remaining 50 lakhs. Make sense? Tell me. This is how your 2 CR is used in a business. Any doubt here? Tell me. So we have covered 3 topics, correct? We have covered 3 or 2 topics. One is investment appraiser. Out of the 4 places, go somewhere else, right? And second is actually working capital management here. How much to invest into working capital. And third is your cost of capital here, right? Now what happens now? You have 2 crores invested in your business, correct? You have 0.5 lakhs and 1.5 lakhs, right? Invested in your business. Now what happens now? You ask this S&P, Shreya and Priti, that boss, how much return do you need from this investment that you have made? Sir, if we go outside, FD will give 7%. Here we are working full time, right? We need at least 20% on this return. So if they have invested 50 lakhs and they need 20% per annum, that means how much will you, or how much logically you should pay to them every year? Tell me. Karo calculation. 50 lakhs, a 0.5, 50 lakhs, this will be 0.5 crores. Sorry, 0.5 CR and 1.5 CR, correct? 0.5 crores into 20%. How much is this? Tell me. Tell me. Or I could say $50 million pakad lo. Let's say this is $1 million. So it is $1.5 million. This is, yeah, 50 and $150 million pakado. Chalo. Let me do it a bit more properly. $50 million and $150 million. So tell me, $50 million equity, people expect 20%. How much is the return that they are expecting? Tell me. How much is the return?
10 lakhs.
10 lakhs. That is how much? Tell me. $10 million, correct? So equity shareholders, correct? $50 million and debt. What is happening? किधर गया व्हाइट बोर्ड? Have a look. $50 million equity, correct? And $150 million debt. Equity require 20%, right? Debt, when you went to borrow, they said 7%. So tell me, how much will you pay? $50 million, 20% return expected. How much return are you going to give to the debt holders? Sorry, equity holders? Tell me. How much? 1 million or 10 million? Tell me. 50 million के against 20%? Tell me.
1 million.
1 million कैसे होगा रे? 50 million
10
into
million.
20%. $10 million, correct? Right? $10 million. Makes sense. And 150 million पे you will pay 7%. So how much is that? Tell me. बोलो 150 million पे 7%. Tell me, how much will you get, Ishan?
Sir, 10.5 million.
$10.5 million. So for raising 200 million, how much interest or how much cost you have to bear? Tell me. This 10 million and this 10.5 million, how much is that? $20.5 million. For how much? 200 million? Tell me. Right? So if I ask you what is the cost of raising this $200 million, you have to pay $20.5 million. So tell me how much is the cost? Tell me. So you have what? $20.5 million. The whole divided by $200 million. How much is the cost? Tell me. 10 point something. कितना आएगा 10 point? How much? 10 point how much? 10.25%. On an average, you have to pay how much? 10.25%. Okay, makes sense or does not make sense? Now, logically, this is nothing but your WACC or weighted average cost of capital formula. This is what? Nothing but your weighted average cost of capital formula. Right? Now, see, if I write it like this also, will it work? See, you have to pay 20 million or how much? Wait. You have to pay how much? 10 million to the 50 million. आ जाओ जरा. So have a look. You pay how much? 10 million to someone who's paying you 50 plus 150 million plus 10.5 million to how much? Your 200 million. Same answer आता है क्या? देखो जरा. Same answer. Wait, Baba, this is. Have a look. Is this the same answer? Tell me. It will come to 10.25 only. Right? So this is your WACC formula. Wait, ये कुछ problem हो रहा है इधर. Wait, do one thing. Take a break. We'll continue after a break. Take a 20 minutes break. Come back by 8:02. Okay? Stay in the meeting. Extremely sorry because electricity is gone here. Correct? Come back by 8:02 p.m. I'll try to fix the problem. Okay? Okay? Come back by 8:02. Stay in the meeting. Okay? Come back, guys. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? There is some problem with the electricity. Okay. So I'm not able to. I think we have to postpone to tomorrow. Will it be okay with you all? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we'll continue
Okay,
because
sir.
I think there's some problem. No internet. Internet though there is working internet. I have a mobile network, but there is some problem only. The light have not yet come. So the laptop ka battery is low. So instead abruptly stopping, we'll stop right now only. Okay. We can continue
Oh.
tomorrow. Works?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it tomorrow. We'll take care. I'll get that light ka thing sorted. Okay. And also writing pad also sorted. Okay. Chalo then.
Yes.
We'll meet tomorrow 6:30. Till then, bye bye. Take care of your health. Good night.
Good night, yes, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Bye.